Hey friends.
Hey everybody.
Hopefully you're doing well. Again, this is our favorite place in the whole world other than on an airplane traveling somewhere.
Welcome to the kitchen.
Kitchen Conversations. So, what are we talking about today?
You tell me.
You know what?
Lead us.
This is the only time. She allows me to lead her. Every other time it's a fight. She's headstrong.
That's not true.
Headstrong.
Oh.
You're pretty though. Okay, so here's the topic for tonight. How to be thankful, but don't necessarily complain.
And before you ask, yes, he has a raspy voice. It's not because he preached this weekend or because he sang or because he was hollering at our children. It's because you were doing what?
I was shouting for Thomas Edward Brady Jr.
I just wanted y'all to know the truth.
Yeah.
The truth was he was hollering at the screen over football.
Absolutely. What's wrong with that?
No, you make no apologies for it.
None
Okay.
at all. Okay.
All right, moving on.
How to be thankful. Don't necessarily complain. Now, to me,
Yeah, what's that mean?
that
to
is
you?
hard because it all depends on the manner in which you communicate what it is that you are in need of.
So true.
It's not the what, it is in the how.
Wait, hold on. I feel like everybody's watching should write that down. It's not the what, it's the how.
I got battle scars
Woo! Over the how.
over the how. Over the how. And it's because
He's got 16 years worth of stripes over the how.
you too.
Me, oh, we all do.
Yeah, and that's where we most of us,
Yes.
we miss it is
Yeah. In any relationship, it's
Yeah.
over the how. It's usually not the
what. It's in the how. I think it's you know what, I'm not super spiritual, but we are believers. And I think it's Ephesians 4:15, but it talks about telling the truth, but it doesn't stop there. That scripture goes on to say, but telling the truth in love. What I've come to realize is oftentimes it's not a problem with our truth.
Yeah.
It's in the package of how we're delivering our truth. Again, I want to go back to a conversation that we had a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about making deposits into the emotional bank, into the relational bank. And I'm going to tell you this, if I haven't made deposits into our relational bank,
Don't come
the
trying to
moment
withdraw
I
money.
try to withdraw, that joke will be like a bounce check. Y'all know
It's
you're
gonna be
bouncing
like
check.
decline.
Decline. Hey man, that joke be embarrassing.
We're
I don't
gonna
even have
embarrass
to be
you
a
in
long
front of
time
your
ago.
friends.
I'd be like breaking out in sweat. Y'all know you've been there too. But I'm learning. This is what I'm learning. And I
Yeah.
always try to say this, guys. You know, we appreciate you guys looking and taking the time to just, you know, log in and look at these kitchen conversations. But I'm going to tell you, we have not mastered this. These are things that we are learning ourselves.
We work on these.
We are working.
daily.
We are works in progress. and so when it comes to that, I have learned and I am learning how to be thankful. I am grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for the things that God has blessed me with. But
And the things that we have learned along the way. The little lessons and some of the big lessons that we've learned along the way that actually help us kind of be in the right position and posture ourselves for the new challenges that you will face. Because marriage never, like, you always are going to encounter new challenges.
and relationships, I don't want to just
Yes,
completely, you know,
all your
constrict it
relationships.
to any relationships. You're going to encounter
New demands.
new demands,
New challenges.
issues, new challenges. But it's important to learn how to strike this balance. And I'm going to tell you this, it's unavoidable, so stop trying to avoid it. It is a tension to be managed.
Yeah, it's not like you can escape that.
You can't escape
and
it.
I think that that's really important. Maybe you can lean in a little more to that, but it's not like friction in life is not something that we can escape. Whether it's in a mother and daughter relationship, whether it's with you and your siblings, whether it's you and a spouse, or you and your close inner circle of friends, at times there's definitely going to be friction.
You can't, I mean, I always say this, conflict is not positive or negative, it's neutral. It all depends on...
Wait a minute, slow down. Say that one more time.
Conflict is not negative or positive.
Yeah.
conflict is
That's good.
neutral. It all depends on the person that is initiating or the person that's receiving it.
Man,
That right
that's
there
so
changes
good.
the game for me, and it's something that I've learned and I'm really trying to apply to my life.
How much further would we be like in life if we would have known that, like, say, at least a decade ago?
I probably would
in
have
our
that wrinkle
relationship?
right here.
We would have a
That-
lot less wrinkles.
That crow's feet. I got it from my mama, but she pretty though. She like 70. My mom, how old is my
She-
mama? She's 78,
and
68.
has no.
No wrinkles.
Wait, I'm 40.
Anyway, we
and I
digress.
have more wrinkles than his mom.
My mama, she pretty, y'all, pretty.
She's
but,
so beautiful.
But it is really learning that balance of how to, if there's something that I'm struggling with, there's something that I'm in need of.
Yeah, let's talk about the honesty.
The
to bring
ability
that.
to say, and the honesty to say, hey, babe, this is what I'm needing, okay? But how do you do that without making her feel like you're attacking her?
It's called-
or
it's
him,
called-
or whoever you're in a relationship with, if it's your
I
sister
got
or
an
if it's
answer. It's called emotional intelligence.
That's a fancy word. Now unpack that for us.
Well, you unpack it because that's your
You
like.
be using words that you don't want to unpack.
No,
You
no,
see
no.
that?
I'm just saying you think through. Like, I'm gonna give you the basic on my level. What I call emotional intelligence
Yeah.
is like thinking through whatever it is that you're feeling and you want to say. Thinking through it several times until you can get that thought to a place where you can deliver it, where it can be received and not rejected.
Yeah, I always say this. You know, sometimes we kind of one of our biggest arguments occur whenever, like, let's say if I did the dishes and I tried to do everything to the best of my ability, so that when she came home, you know, it was A for effort, E for effort.
It's an A for
But sometimes, let me just tell you, sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes she'll come in and she'll find the one or two things that I might have did wrong or I might have kind of slacked off on. That's not a slack on.
It's
Them
like, did you
dishes.
just finish the job all the way?
And I'm saying, do you not realize these 40 other dishes that I've been washed and dried and put away? But what I'm saying is, like, for me, and this is something I've kind of shared with you, babe, is like, don't pick the one thing I didn't do until you acknowledge the two things that I did do. And I think that helps. That's healthy.
So this is what that sounds like in our reality, in this world, right? It's it sounds like
You should laugh at that. That's bad. That's bad. I know it.
no, it's not bad.
All right, go ahead.
It's just real. It sounds like this is that approach. You come home and you say, babe, thank you. And I mean this with all sincerity.
You better follow that with a butt. I tell you that. Now go ahead.
No, don't use the word but. Because
Why?
because it kind of negates everything that you just said.
I hate that.
So-
That's a harsh word, but I hate
Yeah,
that.
stay
Okay.
away from the but. It's more like, thank you for, like, you knew I went and did something, or I had another responsibility, or I ran dinner to my parents,
Yeah.
or I had a late night on Zoom calls with the ministers and the elders. So thank you for doing these dishes.
See, she can't
You
find
don't say but you say this. You're like, thank you for everything that you did.
She don't know how to do it. No.
Well, I'm trying to find the
no,
word
I'm gonna
instead
show
of
you. No,
but.
this is what she has done, and I watched it, and it was an area of growth
Yeah,
because
tell
I
me,
did.
'cause
I found
I
a way
forgot.
to articulate it. Now, the first time I tried to tell her, like, yo, don't do that ever again.
If
I
it's
just spent
70%,
35 minutes.
It's fun.
Like, but this is what she'll say, baby. Thank you for doing X, Y, and Z. So here's the thing. Here's something that, like, whenever you are doing, she don't say but she move on to the thing that she's
Yeah.
trying to kind of like point out and say, hey, this is whenever you're doing this, make sure you at least make sure you wash down the kitchen, the sink area. You know, because I'll do dishes and I'll leave like all kinds of crap
It'd be
in
like
there.
smash.
Residue.
It'd be like smashed beans.
So are you seeing what I'm saying? What she is doing
Fried
is
cheese.
she's expressing gratitude, but to me, I'm not taking it as a complaint based on how she articulated it to me. That is extremely
But when
important.
I don't say but, you can receive that.
I can
easier.
receive it. I can receive it.
Like, I know your intention was for me not to have to come back in this kitchen at all today.
So-
And that is huge. That's a big step. That's a big
step.
gift.
And here's the thing about relationships. I think the moment you begin to not share, you begin to hide, you begin to withdraw, you begin to withhold, then you are creating you're creating something where people can exploit. I'm gonna tell you, and we don't have time to go into this right here, but a lot of these situations that occur in relationships and marriages is because somebody stopped communicating, somebody stopped telling or
and we
articulating
gaps.
it, and there was gaps. And I'm gonna tell you something:
the enemy will get in them
or
dang
Shaniqua,
gaps.
or Sharon, or Melissa, or what's the like
Let's call some male names because I don't like that it was
or
all female.
Tommy, or Michael.
Yeah.
Will find a way to exploit it. So Alexa is telling us our time is up, but hopefully you've enjoyed this. How to be thankful.
That's just because we're cooking dinner.
We're cooking dinner, you know. But how to be thankful without complaining.
Find a way to praise what is praiseworthy. I feel like the Bible tells us that. You're the pastor, so you can look that up and tell us what that scripture is about.
And you're pastor too?
I don't know that scripture. Not off the top of this big
That's
head.
Philippians when it talks about think on these things. You know, whatever things are lovely, things that are
Here's the thing.
I hope that's
we did read this the other day, and I think I brought it up to you, even just talking about our kids. Like, for every 5 things that you say
that are wrong.
No, for every 1 thing that you say that is negative, you need to have 5 things that are positive.
That are positive. So
it's a 5-to-1 ratio. So praise everything that you can find that is praiseworthy. So when it comes to those times where it might be a little bit of a tender conversation, or you need to push the envelope. Yeah, you need to push the envelope just a tad bit further. If there's something that I'm not doing just as much as he would like me to do, then when he praises me every 5 times, for the 1 time that he has a little bit of like
maybe 2 times.
Pushback.
I ain't got the 5 yet. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't worked that out yet. She ain't either.
No, it's such a work in progress.
Yeah, it is.
But just remember that praise as much as you can in every situation.
Yeah.
So that those times that you find yourself that you really need to add just a little bit more of your voice or a little bit more of your opinion,
just your concern,
or insight, or concern.
I can receive it. I'm more open. I'm more receptive to it. So, guys, we always tell you this. Thank you so much. You could be doing so many other things with your time.
Yeah.
But the fact that you spend time to, be involved in these conversations, we're so grateful. We appreciate you guys so much. Listen, if you enjoyed this, why don't you leave us a comment? Let us know that you enjoy it. Let us know how it's impacting your relationship.
Or share it with someone that you
Definitely
love.
share this joker. All right. All right. We love you all. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Okay,